What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream, and we don't have much time today, at least for this stream, because I have a good amount of things I have to do today. Personally, I took a day off today from work, so I'm super excited to be on this early in the morning as the sun's coming up to stream. And let's see here. Just close some things out here. Not like we need, 10,000 things from work just floating around that are just randomly open. But we were actually live today on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch, so it's not like one place. But our continued work to complete Phase 3 continues, and the reason I say this is that I finally got this major packaged oil production line going that I need for my extremely well revamped system that happened in the previous stream. I mean, of course, I don't have any build videos, but I started this video, I started this build way back in November when I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for like Phase 3 completion because I need more stuff. No, I get all these advertisements that happen in my streams all the time, and I am more than capable of producing them myself. I made my own Twitch labels, I do my own graphic design, I do my own video editing, I have a degree in digital marketing. I do not need help from people that are advertising that they think they can do it better than I can. So, but first things first, before I leave this big setup and head over to that massive tower that just peaks on the horizon over there, we have to run over here and we have to go get heavy frames. That's what we need. I need heavy modular frames. So I realized that I use oil. I had no idea you could use packaged oil as a fuel source up until like a month ago. And so I had been, that's definitely not enough. I had been using compacted coal for a long time. Well, in the usage of this packaged oil and everything, I needed more like canisters because I was using all the oil that I had and all the reserves that I have and everything. I mean, we're dumping reserves like the US dumped reserves to bring down inflation like 2 years ago during the pandemic. But I had to put together all this stuff down here. And believe me, this is all totally temporary because I'm working on a video. Well, sorry. Let me phrase that. I have a video planned to make 100 cold generators in this crater. And I figured that one water extractor equates to 3 coal generators for the most part, assuming that they're not overclocked. So I was like trying to put that together. But I laid all that stuff out down there and realized, you know what? Why don't we just complete Phase 3 instead of like trying to do all this extra stuff on the sideline? Alright, so I think this is what we need over here. So here's the issue that we have. So unfortunately, in the refinery world, you just cannot make anything without it having some type of byproduct it creates on its own, which is what the unfortunate part is around here. I absolutely hate that I need this byproduct in order to do anything, and so we will eventually make it in the fuel and add a second line out here, but for the most part, I just need to throw together one of these. And then we can just leave that there to do whatever. Oh, excellent. So it's not going to take long. It might take a while. That's 2,400 versus like 200. So, dang. That's pretty crazy. Hi, this is Gator. How are you? Are you currently on the toilet having a poop? Maybe something. Alright. So, what is that? Alright, we'll go back over there. Now that this is done, I can set up my 2 tractors to transport stuff back and forth later. But we should probably move this thing out of the way so it doesn't do anything crazy. Yeah, we can totally just park it right here. That looks great. I really still haven't decided if I like their new their new system they use for the driving mechanics. I mean, it came out in update 8 and all. How many megawatts? How many megawatts? Let's see here. I haven't really got that far, but each generator produces 75 megawatts by default without an overclock. But I decided to do that over, creating a bunch of nuclear stuff, but I'm pretty sure you get nuclear energy. No, unlocked in phase 3. I'm so close to it. All I have to do is finish putting together this giant factory over here, and we'll be done. I even wrote out everything I needed, all of the, start to finish stuff, and I produce all of my materials in-house versus, exporting them from other factories. It might be too much of a hassle and everything, but I'm hoping to live up to, what's his name? I'm Kibitz, that guy. He recently beat the game in the last 2 months or whatever, which I think is insane. Because I've been playing this for 2 years. Of course, I get burned out of it for a while. I cannot play one game for more than a couple of weeks, and then I just need a 2-month break. So this building by far is temporary. I have nothing that I'm doing with this building. Well, I'm doing a lot of things with this building to complete phase 3, but I'll have a video on my YouTube channel whenever the build is complete where I practically was just like, you know what, we're going to make this one product, and I was like, yeah, you know what, forget that. The space elevator at 165 hours. It doesn't take long to make the space elevator, but if you're new to the game, I could see that. Right now, I think I'm sitting at just shy of 700 hours on this save. I tell you, if I lost this save, I may never play this game again. It would take a lot. Okay, so last time, I posted a picture on my YouTube channel of this building exactly right here with a bunch of holes in it because I screwed up on the build. But I have since put everything together since then. Dang, we have a lot in common, man. 700 hours. I've been stuck on this phase 3 plan for months. I haven't figured out what I want to do with everything. That's cool. Alright, ladder. So I need to... Now we just gotta sit here and remember what we were doing 2 weeks ago. So we set this system up right here, which it all used to be only 4 of them down here, and then I extended this building. I set all this piping network. It was absolutely atrocious with the way how broken the pipes are right now. I don't even have that. I probably barely scratched not even that. Let me think about this. So I don't play with mods either. Everything I've done is legit, although this is the most I've ever explored driving a little tractor around. I did turn off the hostility of mobs. Just specifically, I would like to explore, and as we know, there's giant spiders or whatever those things are that camp up here, and they're just massive and they fling you around like you're just, a ball. But anyway, so there is a power system along here that pulls along here with these 2 coal nodes over here, and that fuels everything I do for my oscillators, which I don't do much with those. We used to have a big one over here, but nowadays everything is done over here with, these non-interconnected power units that I all have. I think it's everybody's dream to have a bunch of power. Okay, so we were doing something here. Oh yeah, that's right. We were going to make rubber, but we were using the byproduct of rubber and plastic to produce stuff here. So we could create fuel for a fuel generator type of thing, which I have conveniently just saved up a bunch of fuel already. I'm sure there's a better way of saving this up, but yeah. So right here, is where I was going to put all those extra, like, refineries for different things. So I don't know. We have something down there. We'll just say we have 15 down here. Man, 30 trains. It's totally possible. It's totally possible if that would be a thing. Let's see here. I don't have planned. It's 7:16 a.m. for me right now, and I was going to get out of here at 9, just because at 3 I have something to do, and I have a bunch of paperwork I got to fill out for that. So we need motors. Motors, encased industrial beams, steel pipes, copper sheets. Actually, you know what? I think I might have lied to you there. I don't produce everything in-house, because the wire and the cable come from across the map off that direction somewhere. What did we come over here for? We came over here for motors. Every single item I ever produced before I tore down my original structure, which I wish I could totally put a YouTube video up about what it used to look like and what it looks like now, is here. Now, whether anything's labeled, that's certainly not the case. Oh, well, we do need those. I'll also probably use those as well. I don't know if you guys have heard about this yet, but have you guys heard the new thing that people have with the AIOs? And this is all totally computer talk, but there's a new way to cool your CPU, which you basically just pry off the top of the CPU, and underneath that little cover, which I always thought it was just the square and everything was underneath that, but underneath that little cover is a much smaller block, and that evidently the new AIO that fits into the block for better cooling than using the big copper plate. Interesting indeed. Okay. I think the worst part about me playing this game is that I have OCD and everything has to line up. It is the most atrocious thing ever. So, like, I plan to have this mega factory of ingots that is way over there, and I built this road. And this road essentially is what I deemed everything has to connect to this road. This factory does not connect to that road in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I think I'd have to overlap some things and have that really ugly flash that they have. Okay, so we just need to take out this wall. And, you know, quite frankly, we really might as well just remove everything up there. Because I don't totally need it, but because I would rather just start fresh than having to sit down here in the dark with no lights until I can complete it. At one point, I decided that I was going to use this tower that's directly in front of me here to produce all of the needed, like, probably don't want to destroy those. So this mangled junk of everything right here before us is where all the raw materials come from, which I couldn't figure out. I didn't want to, like, run a bunch of spaghetti everywhere, so I sent them all up to this one floor in hopes that I could bring them back down. I just kind of line things up right along here. Alright, well, you know what, I feel like that's enough light. Okay, so, now the question is, where did we build? I know that one full floor of this is pipes. Oh, that's cool. It's really cool. Wow. Alright, never mind. Let's try this tile. I see. Okay. Is that about right there? That's not right at all. It's like... Oh, stay over there. What is it, about halfway or something like that? Is it on that square? And it's definitely moved over a tad as well. We should be able to walk between there, no? This is the worst part about building in this game. So it's like right here, I feel like. Oh, dude, we totally missed that again. Okay. I think that looks absolutely correct. So now we just throw everything together. Ooh. 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 Fuck. Hold on a second here. That's right. We're not trying to create an exact replica of this because this down here is making fuel, but we also get those plastic pellets out of there, which is what we need. So everything should be facing towards us, right? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. I see, okay. So then, theoretically, just go straight up like that. Just mark that like that so I know where that's at, and I could just use that. It'd be really cool if I was, like, not having frame issues. I don't know if you guys see that on the stream, but my card is not keeping up too well. So where's this at? So it's right there. So this is exactly where we need something, and that would flood into that then. Okay, so considering that we have this knowledge, which of course that's totally not going to work out like that at all. Alright, whatever. If we need to add extra like stuff, we can. Is that the same like right there? Oh, it was right the first time. Come on, man. So I came down to this realization one day that I needed more plastic and more rubber because we use rubber to create concrete on, I think, that top floor over there. It's where that belt line, like right there, comes through because it runs through the entire copper line and goes up and over and out the other side. Man, I have never seen these emojis before on Kick. It's like the first time. Unless there's some faster way I don't know about to do this, I'm all ears. Alright, well, that'll just have to do. I think that's plenty of rubber, too, for the most part. Anyway. Right, are we doing it that way? Oh, yeah. The other thing I'm totally forgetting, too, is we need water. By the way, thanks for the follow. This is Gator. Welcome to the series. that's the other thing as well, is that I was also redoing all the pipes that come all the way down from the bottom. So let me give you the mishaps. So all the way down here in the cracks and dark crevices of the world is the water system, which obviously it's a little bit broken right now, but that's totally fine. I figured this, building this power station, I was like, you know what, this place is going to need a lot of power, and I'd hoped to use the power priority switch in some way, shape, or form, or something, or whatever. It's getting light outside, so my lights don't need to be on. Yeah, Alexa, turn off the lights. Yeah, so there we go. Well, I figured that I would like have the face of this, so the majority, there's a lot, this factory is so elevated by so many long shots, and so this is what it looks like under here from where all the raw materials enter. I think in the world of Satisfactory we call this spaghetti, but yeah, so I pulled them that way or whatever, instead of like sending a bunch of belts already everywhere. Keep it looking clean and all. And so theoretically, we'd bring using concrete walls to cover this area up. At least, that was the idea. So anyway, there's that. I'm not exactly sure, but from what I've seen so far is that we've definitely made enough fuel that we should be able to live off of it for a while. Nonetheless, we'll also have to put a system back together over there to create the packaged, what is that? I call it HOR, HOR for short, but heavy oil residue, to come over here, and in the same building that I plan to use for storage, have some type of little facility to turn that into fuel and return it to the system. But anyway, so at some point, we need to run water. No. I'm starting to remember now. I was going to use this area to run water up and through these two walls right here. And up, I don't even know, somewhere up there. It's all trial and error. We put together all the first designs, and then we eventually come to ourselves in a private design, which may or may not happen off stream for the most part, because I feel like it takes too long to put things together, personally. That's right. I haven't really done anything that puts my life in jeopardy. It's usually if I die in the game from something dumb and I lose everything I have on me, I just revert back to the save. Because I was just a lot of stuff that I can't afford to lose. So this is where this is at. Nuclear travel. I've seen people use the tubes where they launch themselves 10,000 miles using just a series of tubes. So it seems like to me nothing here is going to fit right. Or it's going to at least be really tight. Which, yeah, so that was cool. So like, basically, these are really ugly extensions to make this stuff done. It sounds like some really neat traveling too. Do I want to expand this building by another floor? I mean, totally not required. I mean, I guess the only thing I could do is we could certainly just serpentine the belt over and over. What does that give us right there? That gives us nothing. That's just amazing. Alright, well, I don't plan on completely, like, using this entire floor up here for anything, so we could really use it to extend everything out by one block. No damage to explode yourself across the map. Well, I couldn't even think about doing that right now because I don't even have them unlocked. I've been so focused on getting through all these phases and unlocking literally everything in the game so I can actually sit back and take every single product in the game and produce some type of factory for it. Big aspirations. It's big aspirations when I start putting a build like this together and then realize, 5 hours down, I've only done like nothing. Huh. Oh, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, alright, well. Now let's just see something here. So how exactly does that look? Could we do something like this? Yeah, but then the pipes though, where's the piping gonna go? How close can we make the piping to this? I don't know. Not really feeling like that's gonna look all that great. Although I guess we ran down exactly down the middle right here with a single water pipe or whatever. We stuck the other one off in a minute. We could do something. High-speed connectors. That's something that's on the list right here to be produced. I don't totally know if I can put this thing on the stream. Let's find out. Before I started this, I sat back and put all of this into like a little sheet, which I just threw it together and called it the completion of phase 3. We basically already done that as a note for myself. So the way this was supposed to look, was that there'd be 6 buildings with a finale. Because I was originally going to produce plastic and rubber straight up and use the Horde generators, the heavy oil residue, that stuff, to produce fuel. But then I just ended up going the other route. And so I had raw materials. This is supposed to be your phase 2 products. We'd have a storage and overflow, and then your phase 3, and then I had the final product, which is the, oh Jesus, whatever those things are. Manufacturers, there we go. All of these things all in one place. Assemblers and manufacturers. I took all of the assemblers I ever had from the original heavy modular factory I had going on and stuck them over here. Which used to be that building literally straight across from here. Alright, well I think this will work. We'll just run water from one side to the other. And bring it down, straight down. Oh, nice. Nice. How many do we produce on that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, what, 13? We need 11 then. I think the worst thing I absolutely hate about this game right now is that I used to have plans that I wanted to build something right here, and whenever an update came out, this rock right here just appeared. Just appeared right here. And it's the only one here. Of course, I could just run up and touch it and just instantly die, but, you know, it's the most inconvenient thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's see here. Where exactly did we hide those engines at? And then we need copper sheets, no? Copper sheets. We should probably get a good amount of those. Then we need more pipes. Where did we put the pipes at? We produced these, by the way. I might as well go up there and do everything. Although every floor of this main building has a power system. All the lights are controlled. It's this little building with this little triangle roof that I deem the you know, headquarters. That's cool. We're like running out of these things, which I knew this was gonna totally happen. Totally knew. I made so many of them. If we go back and we watch, so on my channel I have 2 factory tour videos. I have the first one, and then I have a second one that's 2.0. There used to be another building right here before it got scrapped. But that building used to just produce all around. It was like 6 assemblers on the top that made just the industrial beams. Or the encased ones, at least. You can use billboards as a light source, huh? I don't think I've unlocked them that far. I used to have them up here labeling. Oh yeah, they're still here. Labeling like what was down there so I didn't have to destroy anything or whatever, so. But I can't imagine all of this right here is going to remain here because I think it looks tacky and ugly with the way it's just kind of laid out. I feel like things should look a little more straight and curved than, you know, straight down, curve a little bit by like a 2-degree angle. Thanks, autosave. Excellent work of you to sit there and make me wait. That might just prove to be a little bit of a problem there, actually, is the fact that we would have to extend this out by like 1 more block, but there's that thing that's right there. Also, inconveniently placed in my way. Well, it is a temporary building after all, so oh well. What time is it? 7:38. So I'm gonna say this before I go do this. So at any point, if I ever leave the stream or it goes on pause or whatever, yeah, that's right. There's also that inconvenience as well. What a day. It's absolutely amazing. What a beautiful world. Anyway, let me finish my thought here. Say I have to put my dog outside and take him out or whatever. However long I'm gone, when I come back, that's just time. It's basically like the stream time is put on pause. So I plan to get off here at 9, but if I'm gone for 15 minutes, then I'll get off at 9:15. And so on, basically. I don't think I've... oh, this thing... That's right, this thing flies through that. Alright, well, it's a good ride. Anyway. I thought that was eventful. That's what I hope to do, and I hope to plan for, or whatever. But if I do something like that, I'd have to make up that time, you know, in the production, which I could take all that stuff out, and he works out that way, which I think he would just... I think he would cut through. He flies through the other building I have, too. Like, he adds a lot of, like, you know, texture and just something cool to the world, just flying around like that. But he goes to that building over there too, and this one. I was really bummed out when I realized, no way, this dude flies through this. Great. I also want to build on Paradise Island. You know, that side of the map they talked about taking out for a long time? Wherever... side of the map where they thought they were going to take out or whatever, and you come over here and there's like a kill boundary that cuts down through here. You only get like this little slither of the island. Yeah, that side. Although I recently thought they were adding more because it almost looks like they added something on the map that's over that way. Or maybe it is just the map or whatever that routes over this way or whatever. But you can almost see the waterfalls and everything. Yeah. Too bad they already said that the map's basically done. Which is totally too bad at all. Ooh. But anyway, so the unfortunate part has come around that I need to go take my dog out. Or else he's just going to have a wee in my room. So I have to go do that. But I will leave you guys some music and everything. If it works. Pretty sure it works. Let's see here. Where is that at? Is it on here anyway? I'm pretty sure it's that right there. No? Yeah, probably. Right. Well, if you're here when I get back, welcome. Whoever else is watching, I appreciate you tuning in and everything. I will pick back up off here in just a little while. I expect to be gone for like 15 minutes, though, unfortunately. Let me see. Excellent. The music works.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you,
And terrible news. He didn't use the bathroom. Which either means he... Oh, snap. Which either means he peed in my room already. Or A, it was just too cold outside for him and he didn't feel like going. So a little bit of news about my dog. He's 16 years old, and he doesn't like dog food. In fact, on a good day, he might even turn down a hamburger. Have you ever heard of a dog that turns down a hamburger? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, so what was the issue we were running into before I had to abruptly leave? Oh yeah, the long and awaited way of we have to do something. So what does this produce right here? Okay, so what are we making? All right, one line has to be one line. So we need rubber going the other way, so we'll use plastics right here. We'll do this. So that's 30 megawatts, and there's what do we decide? 13? Are there 13 of these things that we decided that are along here? Huh, 13. We were gone for about 9 minutes. That is like totally interesting right there. Uh-huh. Yeah, so 9 minutes. No. I totally no. So let me throw this thing together really quick. What do we need? So what, like 30 times 13? 390 megawatts? Ugh. What a man. That just sounds horrendous. 390 megawatts? That's rough. Alright, cool. So now then. I suppose with all of that figured out and all, we will... That's crazy. They already produced something down there. Now we just gotta build a hole in the floor. This is like the most tedious thing of all time. Yeah, I suppose we'll just go straight up with it. Oh, yeah, definitely not. Okay, alright. Just come over a little bit. And voila, just like that. Totally just like that. That's crazy. Oh, really, is it now? What is going on with this thing today? That looks just lovely. That also looks just lovely. So we've decided to do something like that. Man, it's gonna be really annoying to sit here and listen to that sound of water like all day long. So then, if we do something like that, how does that look? Okay, well, that's actually straight, like right on the money right there. So if we do something like that, then we might as well do it here too, no? Should be just like that, because I should like totally cut that down. That was like totally incorrect. is too quiet. If we just like don't do anything. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. That looks great. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already getting annoyed with listening to water. Oh, it's not even water, it's just gas straight up. Jesus. This is just gonna be the biggest dread of my life to sit here and do this. And everything has to line up. Alright, so what do we do? So we know we can do something like that, like right there. So then we definitely won't line up right there. No. Yeah, maybe right there might just work. Okay, alright, autosave. You saved like 5 minutes ago. Stop saving. Oh, man, it was so close. Where's the, Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah, okay, it seems like it does it every 5 minutes. Just like push that up. Wait. What was it? Aha. Alright, I think we're totally on the money. So it's 3, if we look at the ceiling from the middle, it's 3 little sections over. So we can totally remember that. How did we screw that up? I think that's pretty solid right there, actually. You come from the middle, you get 1, 2, 3. Dang, nobody wanted to tell me that I had that off just by a little bit. I think I'd have it down by now. Let me just do that really quick. Go back to this lovely... Yeah, I mean, you know, I think that just works out the best. I'm almost certain that we should just like... Right, was that 1, 2? Let's go through and create them all this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, I think that was incorrect. So we're up here. 1, 2. Maybe is it 2? It might just be 2 clicks over instead of 3. That looks actually about true. Drawback to streaming this game is that I can't like skip this along. In a YouTube video I would have just skipped this along and been like, alright, now that we're done with that, and you know, so that's totally all it takes, and we'll just go through and slam everything together. Most tedious part of this game, dude. Everything has to be like set up. Looks totally right. Speaking of which, if you aren't a subscriber to my YouTube channel, I definitely suggest you go subscribe to it and everything. I believe I have a link on Kick about that. If you're on YouTube, you should definitely subscribe as well. Not that I upload, you know, like every day, but there are videos in the works, specifically 25 of them that have been just sitting in my queue that really don't need a lot. Everything really depends on my time, of what I like, when I can stream and when I can do stuff. Huh? What the hell? When did we screw that up? Alright, whatever. As of specifically lately, I've been doing a lot of things with micromanagement games. So, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the game, definitely not Fried Chicken. But that has specifically been a lot of where I've spent a lot of my time playing. A similar lovely little micromanagement game. Look at that. That's just gonna bother me. The fact that it doesn't even have that little thing like all of them do. Like, totally no way. We have like the wrong pipe. Oh, that's so bothersome right there. That is like the one pipe that does not have a pipe. Or this little thing to say what it's at. Oh, that's totally raw right there. That is so unfortunate. Alright, cool. Now I can do all the cool stuff now. No fucking way. Alright. How did we screw that up? I wish I knew how we screwed that up. Oh, of course. Alright. I once upon a time had a lot of stuff and everything. A lot of like encased industrial beams, so much. I had like over 8,000 of them. Now we're dwindling. And this factory is going to remake them for us at a much better like turn and yield. Think we could totally make that? Yeah, definitely can. Basically, that is the fun part. That is the, we placed these all, like, totally incorrectly. Or whatever, which I figure actually what we really could just do is move them a lot closer. So if they stick out like this, then all we really need them to do is just go down, no? Okay. So, we can, like, stick that right there as, like, something to line it up, and then voila. Which actually, to me, I think is a lot easier. Oh, but that's right. The refineries at the bottom don't line up with these on top. Yeah, okay. That looks lovely. Okay, where do we have that at? We had it like right here, so what do we need to do? Go like one over? Probably so. Where's that at? So if we did it like right there. That's totally like not even the same. It needs to be one little hair. Dude, we had this so crazy. Oh, you serious? Okay, so it should be like that then. No? Am I wrong? But yeah. This game is super micromanagey. You basically do everything. You do everything. I mean, for myself, I like everything to line up just right. Like that one pipe down there that doesn't have all of these little measurements like the other one does, which tells me if the pipe is full or empty. It's rough. It's a rough life. Dang. We really had all of that just right. There's so many things when you're building in this game that you realize over time that you're like, I definitely could have built that a lot better. And so no factory just gets built and is just, you know, there forever, because you unlock better things that help you do things a lot faster. You unlock, you know, you just realize that you can make it better. That's the word I'm thinking of. That's true. At least they would be the same. Which I might end up actually doing that, but I haven't. I think this is the first time I've really. Nah, that's totally lie. This might be the third time I've played this game this year. Is a lot of this progress that we have here was built in December. And yeah, look at that. The fun part begins. All we have to do is that. Take that down. And again, with that. Could do the clean pipe indeed. It wouldn't take us long to upgrade all the pipes, but it would have no indicator. Basically, it would just look like this. It might be true, but we might just go with your idea of making them all clean. Really bad. Excuse me. Can I click on this, please? No, no. Oh, is that the same pipe like right there? Oh, it doesn't even have an indicator really anyway. Ugh. That's floor is too steep. Why does it decide to do that? Could do something interesting. Alright, I think that's totally fixed. The most tedious thing I've ever done. Well, maybe not the most. Minus these little towers we have to fix. Are they totally like, no, they're just, no. Definitely not fixed at all. I don't know why we would even think that was the case. We don't even have oil being exported over here as of yet. Which, I feel like maybe after this, we could do something like that. But, pipes in general right now with Update 8 are just, like, broken. Like, we're, what, January 18th now? And, we've heard nothing from Coffee Stain about anything. They haven't done any posts about anything. They just haven't released any updates. They said they were going on holiday. Whatever holiday in Sweden is, but I imagine it's something similar to what it was in June, where they just basically take an entire month off and just show back up randomly. Ooh. But did we realize these are the ones that are all screwed up? That must be the case. By the way, I totally believe that this build that I have right here so far took me a good 5 hours. In 3 hours I was doing 3 of the floors that I have previously on my raw materials building. so great that we have to do this all again on the top side. It will be a little bit easier since we're doing everything curved. One side's just straight and the other side is curved. Oh, it feels so good that we completed that. Alright, let's go do something else. No oil, huh? Interesting. What do we have in here? That looks great. That looks just cool. Okay. What's this? I guess we take that too. Ah, that's about as useless as that. We definitely need those. Yeah, we take those as well. Okay, excellent. What do we have? That looks just great. Uh-huh. The long awaited, most tedious thing in the world, so we can set this tractor system up. So we'll just shove all those back in there. That looks great, which we really didn't have to do that, but I guess we'll take a few. Okay. And it begins. Start recording. Of course, autosave happens now. So by default, usually I have two of these tractors driving around. Now we just have to make sure we don't do anything like that again, or for the most part, lose our traction. With the new vehicle mechanics and everything, it's really easy to just like whip this thing like that. I'm fearing the worst. I might have to redo this later. Wow, nice of the sun to be coming up. Crap. Forgot we had these road blockades right here. Pause there for too long. We'll come back and delete that pause node. Okay, so theoretically, should be able to come all the way over here, enter on this far side. Now, assuming that the AI can drive through this little door. So when we stop here, we quote unquote unload our cargo, which of course I still have saved in my inventory. I never moved out. Imagine that. Wait here for a second. Alright, cool. Go on. Go around this little turn here. I'll take that ladder out as well. And we can load the oil that we need here. The oil is so loaded. And then just like that we leave. Which I guess what we could technically do is drive it all the way around. It used to drive down this ramp right here and basically go all the way down to the beach where the old previous building was when the stream first started. Which, it's a little bit of an interesting feat for us doing that. Which I think, though, just for right now and everything, we can leave this at pretty regular speeds like this. I think that'll be pretty solid for the most part. But off over there is where I make my compacted coal, but that facility over there is going to move eventually. I have a bunch of copper ingots in those facilities there. We could turn. Wow, cow. We barely missed that pole. Wait patiently here. But anyway, if you're certainly new to the stream and everything, my name is Adarica, and I appreciate you coming here to tune in and everything. I have a Discord channel, which I have links for those in both all my profiles across Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. In which you can totally go and join those, and you can ping me, and I'll respond as soon as I can, or whatever. I do work remotely, so I sit basically in this exact chair where I stream my game, and I work all in one place right here, and Discord is always open. On top of the other 2,000 notifications I have across Discord, thanks to other servers. Alright, so supposedly we're supposed to just do a full like U-turn right here. Alright, cool. And with all of that, we have completed that path. And we can go enable autopilot. And we'll leave that thing. Oh wait, come back here, bitch. Safe path. Oh yeah. Imagine that. It should reappear over there, no? Am I just wrong? Or did it totally just like... What? Alright, whatever. What was I saving this path name as? I don't know how the hell you managed to get over here, but I'm absolutely astonished by that. They should just reappear, like, over there. Ah, there it is. Alright, the system finally caught up with it. Excellent, excellent. Okay, alrighty then. So now that that's working, that's going to bring us oil in which that'll feed this massive process over here. Well, I put this ugly door right here. We're feeding two separate systems here, which I think that looks just peachy, but the system is completely full, which I think is a little bit weird, personally. So then that leads me up to the question of why aren't we doing anything? Why are we just like stuck right there if I know that everything over here isn't like overflowed? I mean, look, you see all that? Nothing, nothing. Oh, it would probably make sense if we had power here. Alright, I see now. So basically it's just not plugged in. I was like, well, I see a cable here, why isn't it running? Oh, of course. What are the odds of that? Oh, imagine that. Knew I should have totally like grabbed those over there. Uh-huh. We will also fix that that breakdown there as well. At least I think we might be able to fix that. Guess we'll shove this thing right here, shove it right there, and then turn. We'll also connect down here to this lovely looking thing. Yeah, it just kills everything, no? Imagine that. Okay. Poof. And everything's working. Capacity is 2200 and we are hitting just almost exactly that. We're not even barely running anything. And this is how we break the power grid, by doing exactly this. Oh, we're on the batteries now too. Oh, wow, 25 for 2600. Oh my god. And these things are all overclocked, at least I think the majority of them are almost to the max. Alright. Well, that would probably help. Okay, we're almost there. Evidently no amount of anything is going to save us from that section right there. I mean, that just looks, that's crazy. 2300, but we're going up and down in terms of like what exactly we're producing there. That looks rather interesting. We eventually go up to 2800. Oh, but you know, we're consuming this. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, this is our capacity right here. And oh, I guess it does now that this number has gone down. But when that was saying 2600 and all, it didn't make any sense how it was charging. Okay. Well, in fact, I know how we can fix this. Not by this. Nothing on this facility is on. And that other facility we have clear across the valley is on its own power system and is not in any way, shape, or form connected to the main one. Which means that everything that is being produced here right now is being produced because of this giant factory over here. Which is what used to be the production of computers, or AI limiters, maybe? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Oh, yeah, excuse me, 8:30. So this is where everything goes, which I think it would just be easier for ourselves if we just threw down a power switch right here and called it good. Oh, and what are the odds? Of course we don't have steel beams. Someplace around here we have steel beams. I guess maybe I should follow that up with supposedly. Someplace around here. So in our total attempt to save power here, we will simply just put a power switch right here. Yeah, that looks pretty good myself. What are we just going to call this? The master switch? Which is lovely. And then we'll take this lovely thing here. Take this right here. Slam that up there and everything. Oh man, but where was I going to put that at? Oh yeah, you're gonna remain lurking, Gator. I was trying to figure out. I come back and you were just totally gone. I was all sad. Okay, so when we do this, that doesn't make any sense. That is insane. There's just, I just don't believe that when we turn this off, this number doesn't really drop that much. Which is true, because most of this is miners and constructors that are over here that do like 15 megawatts of power. So if we're using that much and going over that amount, that's almost like all of those buildings over there, all those refineries, like what are those? Like I figured up 390 megawatts. And I know there's nothing else connected to this because we're not doing anything in the crystal oscillator factory other than the basic thing. So maybe this really is all done up by everything here. I mean, we could totally like turn these off. Since we turned that system off over there, we don't really need these on, so. Which I only ever had them on because everything over there was being produced. And that entire top level is not on. This is the worst thing about this game, is figuring out the power situation all the time. The values are never correct. Well, isn't that just... Oh. Imagine that. Well, how did we manage to do that? How did that come to be? I thought it was totally weird when we drove the tractor over there and we unloaded it, that nothing came out of it. That nothing, not even a single thing came out of it. Well, that's going to be a little bit of a problem for a while. Basically, now we have to rebuild all the belts. Imagine that. Isn't that just something right there? I hate this so much, playing this little game to see if you can ever, like, angle yourself just right to grab that last little one. Alright, well, it's not working. Okay, what else we got here? Looks great. Absolutely fantastic. I should have totally planned for this and set it up just like I did the other belt lines, where I'd put a splitter, a smart splitter, to filter out anything that wasn't this. Which obviously is posing to be the objective now. It's totally unbelievable to me that this even became a thing like this. That's crazy. Oh, dude, are you serious? Oh, that's amazing. We'll have to do this to the other side too. Well, in the future I will set something up to cover that. Oh, dang. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so everything in there is correct, no? Yeah, that looks great. Still does not answer the reason as to why, though, that we are... okay, I see it now. We have just too much fuel right now. And none of it's actually being connected and pumped over here, so... we'll just, like, throw that together really quick. Oh! Of course we're missing iron plates. Why wouldn't we be missing those either? Go back over to those little boxes that we had. We dropped everything we ever had into. Not really all we had were plates. Oh yeah, there they are. Okay. And then we'll come back and fix that situation. So that way, things continue on, and we have product. Like, ooh. And then we'll just fix this pipe later. Okay. Alright, I'm starting to actually put two and two together now that I think about this. So, over here, I mentioned this when we were driving by, over here in this little area or whatever, big massive facility that produces our compact coal, which is the highest burning coal that you can get in the game. And I totally forgot that that's on right now, which I usually turn it off, but I think it's just permanently on. Unless you can use oil as a fuel source. Ah, yeah, but it's a coal generator. What kind of idea was that? So then I will just go over there and turn all that off, because I'm pretty sure everything here is just absolutely loaded. Maybe at some point for the aesthetics we would put something together with all the big fancy power poles that you can actually zip line across. more remnants of stuff we need to clean up. So basically we can, yeah, sure, we can keep that running. That looks just great. But yeah, so here's this. Here's all the sulfur that we have, and we're getting the coal from over there. And voila, the compact coal facility that does everything. Damn, that barely even went down. We turned that off, and that went down like 20 megawatts. Okay, well, that was that's interesting. I cannot imagine that there's another facility around here somewhere that is producing a bunch of items right now. Because everything right here is temporary and is actually on the list to be torn down. Including the big building over there that we said, this is where all those iron ingots are going to be at. I have totally decided to produce iron ingots through the way of using a foundry over using a smelter, because you just get more out of it. I mean, yeah, you take, you know, all these different ores with coal, and then voila, but you get more out of it. I don't know what to say. Like 390 things going on over here. 390 megawatts of stuff. Okay, so now we have to fix this. This is a problem. Actually, better yet, let's just like, no, don't do that. No, not right there. Spam E all the time. Picked up oil, evidently. Damn, how much is this shit? Damn, it's not even like... Of course. What are the odds of this shit? Oh my god, and it brought more of it along. Which, troubleshooting. I know I made a process over there that filtered out these and kept them out of the main line. So how they're still ending up in there or why they're not being picked out is beyond me. Yeah, that's true, but I almost wonder if there's an issue with the line, because I don't know if we were totally loaded or something with that truck station that's over in the Blue Crater. The only way we could figure this out is we go find the vehicle before it does any more damage to this. Let's go find the vehicle really quick. Where's the vehicle? It just left. Uh-huh. Alright, cool. We'll meet it halfway. Good song, by the way. We get in here. Yeah, you know what that works out. Let's go. We'll pick up some coal on the way there. I feel like every time I drive one of these, I just want to talk about the vehicle mechanics, and specifically how there's just no brakes. Yeah, you stop on a dime and everything, but your wheels come up off the ground. I guess that's a lot better than what it used to be like, where your rear wheels just locked up and that was it. That was the end of it. Just gonna like accept some of these things on here and everything. going, keep going, keep going. Oh, that looked great. Sure makes my arm hurt, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll throw this stuff in here. Oh, that's cool. How thoughtful. That's just great. We didn't have to go that far. Well, I guess we didn't meet it halfway. Not that it's ever going to stop if we stand in front of it. Just flatten us out like we're nothing. But I would not like to break the game like it happened last time. So it does have a bunch of stuff in there. So where did all this come from then? It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to me at all why we didn't offload this down here, or how empty canisters even originated over there. So I'll give you these plans. What is it? Kanuki? Anyway, so when I built this facility over here that packages fuel and takes it out of the ground and everything, sends it on its way, I put in a system to keep packaged oil from being put back into the return system, where basically what's going on with these canisters over here. But I didn't plan for that over there to ever happen, which, while it totally couldn't have ever been ruled out, I didn't think it would ever happen. But now the idea is to not let it happen again. So this facility used to be down on the ground, you know, way down there, but I had to build more power stations, and that building down over there on the left used to be the old building that it was all done. This was the project in the last like week and a half that I was working on. Okay, so come over here. This thing is supposed to unload, so it's set to totally unload. Okay, right? Okay, we'll just shove all of these in here then. This is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, we see a pause here, there's a pause there. Why exactly it hasn't moved any of these canisters over here or unloaded them is beyond me. But anyway, so coming up and over here, we have these smart splitters in here that allow our canisters to go forward and package oil to the right, and that keeps them out of the main line, where the empty canisters go down these two belt lines to return down here to this, you know, to what's being like utilized down here now. You know, I guess it is totally possible that this is all one thing, but I don't think this power station is connected to the one over there. No. The answer to that is no. Oil going up, it goes up. I put a system in up there for it to hold oil, and so that way it would never get backed up down here. It'll always be running, and then voila. So I guess now the big time thing that we could do is just sit around and wait, see what exactly occurs when that tractor comes back over here. Where is that tractor? Ah, there they are. So I feel like some people might be a little interested for this, but if and when we drive back, you might notice that despite this big road that we have, there's a little one over here, and then there's an even bigger one that goes across here. Those are generations of road. It started out way back in the day, okay, maybe it goes along like right here, but it started out back in the day that I needed something to do this instead of driving along this bumpy route all the way down here, because I kept driving off the edge. And the old mechanics and everything, you barely hit a bump and you're, you know, just airborne for whatever reason. So I connected something here, 2-lane road for just tractors to run, which I used only myself. I never had anything. The tractors always get stuck, and that was the end of that. Then I built a 2-lane road to try to make things a lot easier that went up and over stuff. That also didn't work. And now we have this one, which this road is now effectively connected to all the buildings around here. Everything is like flush together. It's not totally broken. Why would my headset battery be low at? It's only been on for like 3 hours. Ooh. This thing couldn't take any longer to do this. So what exactly? So we use all that? Excellent, we used all that. Okay, so supposedly it should bring us empty canisters. Nice and slow through the door. And it does exactly that. They brought us oil too. Look at that. Imagine that. So then we can actually see if this process really works. Should be on these 2 belts. And there they are. And they just get returned to the system. Alright, well cool. I think the system is totally fixed. I don't see why. I just don't understand why we had all those empty canisters in the system to begin with. And how they even made it. Oh, that's too bad. That is just too bad right there. Imagine that. We'll come back and get that. Oh. What do you know? I guess in every update, these things do respawn. At least in update 8, I've seen a lot of the power slugs respawn for the most part. That was absolutely swimming time. That's what I'm talking about, brakes. I'll tell you what, the old tractors, that would have never happened to, and they just stopped on a dime. Oh yeah. You ever see this right here? If you ever play the game, don't blow up chunks of the rocks down here, because a lot of these rocks down here you can actually explode. And you're just stuck with floating flora everywhere. How unfortunate that we lost that. Oh yeah. Would you look at that? I need to log in. So anytime I do time-lapse builds or anything, or time-lapse videos for my channel, Adarica Jr. is just my my assistant, who is really just me on my laptop. So that is that. Who is inconveniently just placed right there. I don't know how he ended up there, because I swear I had him, you know, sitting elevated on something, but he just is just conveniently there now. Oh. Ooh. Dang. Every time I hear it, like something big lurks up there. And it just like, for whatever reason, it sounds like a giant animatronic. Just like a robot for no reason that's up there. Oh, yeah, I just can't stop yawning for the life of me. Mm-hmm. So we can at least start building this water system since we're using a different plan for everything up there. Oh, I guess we'll take down some pipes. Behold, if you're new to the stream and everything, this is the old water system. Excellent. We'll just take all of this stuff back with us. Really do something with all of this instead of that. Alright, cool. And I really need to like turn my Xbox off. Before the stream started, I was totally gaming on console. I mean, I don't want it to be like stuck and flush to that. I guess it does look a little interesting going like this, but I suppose that is a-okay. And we'll set this to horizontal and vertical. Which, in a way, I think that looks a lot cooler. I see. Okay. The power situation has yet to be fixed, but it will be fixed. Oh. Or she gets broken like that. Okay, so everything should line up on this one side, except for the other side. It looks all dumb. I just knew I was going to end up doing that. No way, did we mean to build another one? Imagine that. That's exactly right. Yes, yes indeed it is. Oh, that's too bad. Because then it's just this one little section, too. Of course, no steel pipes. So unfortunate. I guess next time we'll go actually up into the factory itself and go take them off one of the constructors. supposed to at some point. We'll have to go back over there. I guess off stream I'll go over there and fix everything that broke on the that whole line. It's to remember that the building is only temporary. Absolutely. You know, actually, we could really just do it like this instead. We would totally just like look away and we wouldn't have to ever do anything like that. Gives us the perfect curvature as it goes in. Alright, I dig it. You know what? I don't even think the majority of these are even set to like whatever recipe they need to be set on. Oh, it's gonna be such a drag to go through and set all those. Unfortunately, because of these encased beams and everything. Ooh. Ah, we missed that little gap by just a little bit. Alright, I mean, we don't need that much, but I mean, maybe we do. You know, for those of you that are watching, and anybody at the future point that watches a rerun of this and everything, if you're interested in the factory tours, I have 2 videos on my YouTube channel that are 2 factory tours. One starting way back in like July of last year, and the other, which is the most recent, which I want to say starts in like November, October, November, something like that. Around the time before my crystal oscillator production video came out. I got a good amount, a couple of builds on there. What? How did we like whiff on that? And you can see what the blue crater used to look like. Can we still slide under the belts? Oh, the greatest thing I enjoy. Okay, so unfortunately with everything we can use plastic pellets for all of it, but I think we're going to do that, and this was going to be this. Since we need rubber to go off the other direction to feed some other things, and we only need it for like a few components, so when I make this splitter or whatever, right? Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Make one of these a splitter and everything. Send everything off that we don't need down that way, and anything that we do need can just go straight, because I think in this section, everything that we produce from this point on, besides what the refineries are needed, we will use just this little, like, area. Not this. We'll have floors just like that over there, going up. Which I hope would be the great idea. So rubber. I don't know why we didn't just, like, copy these settings along here, but... At some point we're gonna have to build a small little building, a little system to deal with the HOR, heavy oil residue stuff we have being produced on the other side, since we're only doing directly plastic like this to produce our canisters that help fill time in over there. This over here is plastic. No? Yes. Could do sheets too. Yeah. No, probably not. Okay, great. Everything is totally all set up. I'm not sure what over there exactly is filling up, but something is certainly filling up. Ooh. It'd be just really great if we could stop yawning too. Excellent. Oh yeah, but we still have to produce and figure out how we're going to run water around here. Thankfully, we just have this big, open, you know, cool-looking gap down this line that I think we can just really stack it this way. So we could stack something like, I don't know, like so, like right here. And run exactly the same method on one of these walls. That looks relatively good. I mean, it's a little higher than what I like, but it'll work out. Then the tedious part of it is that we have to go through and set everything up like this then. Alright, whatever. See, now that, I like how that looks right there. If only we could do that for all of them. I can't imagine it would do it for all of them. It might. It is quite the nice little view like that. Let's see exactly. Oh yeah? I was gonna put the meter in different places. Alright, that's cool. Ah, I just need to keep telling myself that this is such a temporary building. Nothing has to be absolutely straight. Whatever. So we'll do something like so, like so, like so. I think that would just work out a lot more than having to set up like 10,000 of these little things. Oh yeah, but the pipe isn't all the way completed anyway. So then the question leaves us with, how are we going to get water over here? If we're pumping it over there, we might as well just pump it back up and over and run it along a wall and into this section over here, which might work out just indeed. But then all that water can't possibly travel all the way down to the other side. Well, it might be able to, but without a pump, really, it couldn't. And usually when something like this happens, the second line, I would bring in like up and over these and somewhere in the middle to kind of like add to the available water supply off in like the middle of the area. That's at least what it seems like. I feel like that would be the ideal area. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I accomplished a lot in this 2-hour and 6-minute stream so far, at least. But it is 9:10 in the morning, and that is all the time I have. I need to get started on a nice 100-page packet of paperwork I need for my appointment that I have this afternoon, which is just absolutely lovely. But you know what? If you did go on to like this stream and everything, do let me know and leave a chat, leave a comment or whatever. I'll certainly leave them open far after the stream has ended. And if you do think I'm a funny person, or you do like me, or you'd like to watch me again, just hit that, subscribe, follow button, whichever platform you're on, because we're live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick all at once here. And my name is Adarica, and I will see you guys next time in another video. Born from the ashes, 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 born from the. You can't suffocate my spirit, 'cause I'm the king on my own throne, king on my own throne, my own throne. You'll never see me fall. You'll never see me fall. Watch me reign, and I'll slay them all. Slay them all. You'll never see the rain,